3584 Young Road.
I do apologize to you, Miss Blair. I'm going to request your body cam, okay?
Okay. That's completely fine.
So please don't turn it off. Just keep it rolling.
It's going to continue to keep rolling.
I appreciate that. And I appreciate you, okay?
Springfield 98.
2011
Buick
What's your
driver license you took from me.
What's your current address?
It's on the driver license you took from me.
What is your current address?
Ma'am.
Still failing to identify. What is your current
I'm failing to identify, ma'am, but
current
I give
address?
all the information.
Current address.
What you don't like is you
current
want me to submit
address.
to what you're saying to me. And because I won't, you're going to do what you want to me right now. Ma'am.
Did he already give you? But yeah, I was looking for the missing on Bryan Lane or whatever, and he was like parked, which I'm like, okay. So I left, and no, he left first, and then I came out. Actually, I went around the block, and he came out. When he saw me come out, he parked again. I'm like, okay, that's weird. And then I drove off. He was still right there, and then I went. I can't remember what I did, but he went like around, and then I came this way. I saw him come down, and then I turned around, and then he parked again. So I'm like, that's weird. You probably hiding something, you know?
Right.
So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna call out 1037. So when I did that, he got out and sat on the back of the car or whatever, and I approached him and I asked him to identify himself. He's like, no. I don't have to, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, you actually do have to if I'm asking you to identify yourself. That's failing to, you know. And he kept saying no. And then he said, I have my ID right here, but my name is this. And I was like, well, let me see your ID. And he kept saying no, no, no. And so I was just waiting until Smith got here to arrest him, because at that point, I'm not about to keep asking you your name. And you're not about to keep telling me no.
So he never actually told you his name?
The first time he said no, and then he's like, well, my name is Quentin Booker. And he had his ID. I'm like, well, just give me your ID and, you know, you can be on it. But no. And when I'm asking him his address, he's still saying no. Like, I said, what's your current address? Well, it's on the ID. What is your current address? He's just being very non-compliant.
So what? When you get out with him, what were you getting out with him for? Because of the way he was driving?
Suspicious activity. That's why I call it out as a 1037. I wanted to figure out what was going on. Maybe he was trying to, you know, duck me for some odd reason, warrant, I don't know, something in the car. But I just found it weird how he was acting every time every time I looked at him, he like stared at me with this weird, you know.
Okay.
So I just didn't have you know, I just didn't have a right feeling about it.
Okay. So he pulls over. When you come, like, you didn't pull him over though, right? He was already stopped, or did you pull him over?
No, he like pulled over, and then I made a 1037.
Okay, so he was already stopped.
Yeah.
And then you got out with him. And when you get out with him, when you pull up, did he jump out of the car, or was he already out of the car?
Yeah, he jumped out of the car and sat on the back of it.
Okay. Okay. The biggest thing is, you know, you have to have a reason to stop him. He's not committed any kind of traffic offense, right? Or had to commit a traffic offense that you know of. Like when he pulled over, did he
signal? No,
right, did he signal before he turned, stuff like that? You
no,
know
not when he turned over there. No,
okay.
I guess I could have made a 1038, but code 38,
okay.
but.
Well, I mean, you just gotta, you know, you only have to identify yourself when you've committed a crime or about to commit a crime, and you're doing a Terry stop,
right,
crime, stuff like that.
Right.
So if he's not identifying himself, and you've got him for the turn signal he didn't use, you know, however he's, I don't know if he's blocking that driver or not, but stuff like that, then you got, you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to build up the reason, because he doesn't have to identify himself if he's not doing anything illegal.
Right.
Right? So that's what we've got to make sure you have reason to be asking for his identification and stuff like that. That's why I wanted to know what happened up to now.